Yesterday here on the Madden YouTube channel, we broke down my X Nasty into the Singleback Wing Tight and Wing Pair. Today, we're gonna wrap it up with the Wing Tight Z and give you guys a completely demonic offense that can destroy the dollar meta. What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel. Welcome back to part 2 of our Bunch X Nasty into Wing Tight Jumbo offense. If you guys missed yesterday's video, we did a breakdown audibling from the X Nasty into the Wing Pair and the Wing Tight. We referred to that offense as wide receiver left. If you guys don't understand what that means, please go back and watch yesterday's video. It's going to lay the foundation for what we're going to talk about today. I don't want to overlap. Yesterday's video was rather long, so today's video, we're going to kind of wrap things up, put a bow on top. So with this particular formation, we talked about the alignment yesterday. We are utilizing a twin tight end package. Now, the thing with this is that in yesterday's video, we subbed in an extra tight end at the right of screen receiver position. We are actually going to leave the wide receiver on the right today. The tight end that we're going to sub into this formation is going to be on the left. So you're going to want to sub in your third tight end at this position. At this point in the year, good receiving tight ends are abundant in the game. Just make sure you have 3 good tight ends for this scheme. So now with this particular group, we've got the tight end that we sub in at the left receiver position. We are now going to use the analog stick and use a twin tight end package, either twin tight end swap or the regular twin tight end package. Then from there, we are going to set our audibles here. So I'm going to utilize the halfback counter. This is an awesome run. You guys are going to also utilize 26 duo. We talked about that yesterday. In terms of your pass plays, this is a formation that does have some decent pass plays, but most of this is going to be freestyling. So we're going to utilize the halfback counter, PA play, and we are going to utilize the drag wheel play. So these are your 4 audibles: counter, counter U, 26 duo, and drag wheel. Again, we are going to be breaking huddle here with this. So right here with this, we got Calvin Johnson, tight end, and tight end. When we audible, we're going to be audibling into Wing Tight Z. And the reason we want to do it this way is that our audible is going to be so much quicker. Tight ends basically stay in position. Wide receiver runs out a few steps to the right side of the field. So now we are in our Wing Tight Z. And we talked about yesterday how good the halfback duo is as a run. So let's start off with that run. With this particular run, we're going to double team the defensive end and take this run off guard. You see that our blocks are perfect and we're able to pick up about 25 yards before first contact. This is a run scheme that a lot of players have neglected. We've talked about this in YouTube shorts before here on the channel. I think this is a sneaky good run, and it also pairs really well with our other run that we like to audible into in this, which is our halfback counter. Now, the thing with the halfback counter is I'm traditionally a fan of this against a 4-down lineman set because of just the blocking count. Because we have 3 tight ends here, we can actually run counters against 5-man surfaces. And if you don't know what that means, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 across. So with this, you're going to need extra bodies because you're pulling a guard away. The other thing that is really phenomenal about this is with dollar being base aligned, you can add a motion across to the point of attack. And you see that if you just stay inside of your pulling guard, this is going to get you a big gain up to that second level where they're going to really need a miracle. This is one of those runs that I do like to mix in a fair amount. One thing that I would recommend with this is make sure that you're not motioning your wide receiver across the formation if they are not in a base align alignment. So what I mean by that is, let's say that they're like in spinner and they're not base aligned. If you see kind of everybody lined up over the top of players, this is a quick tell that you're not going to benefit at all from motioning a wide receiver to the point of attack. You're going to note that somebody's going to follow, which doesn't help your case. You're just adding an extra body to that side. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't get up to the second level. It just provides an extra person for the defense on the side you're running to, which is not necessarily a good thing for you. The good news is most players do tend to run their dollar base aligned, which is going to make our life a lot easier. So let's go ahead and audible back into our Wing Tight Z. And we're going to now get into kind of our passing scheme out of this. Now, the thing about the dollar base aligned against this is that you're going to know right away whether or not someone is in DB fire base aligned or if they're in spinner base aligned. And the tell on that is going to be that even when they're base aligned in spinner impressed, this guy cannot hide. He cannot hide. He's always going to align straight up over the top of this tight end, which is going to be a dead giveaway that it is a man-to-man base play. So in this situation, you cannot get this dude lined up outside, which means corner route central. Let me show you what I mean. If I were to take my regular tight end here on the left in a pass play, and utilize a corner route to him, I can go ahead and throw this all day long. We've talked about this being a core man beating route here on the channel before. You're just gonna see Cole Kmet. He's gonna work to the corner and it's open, period. Wins, doesn't need an ability. It's just a money route all the time. So if you see them aligned in that man DB fire spinner, rather, if you see them in that man spinner, you're going to be in a spot where you're gonna say, okay, well, I'm hitting a backside corner route, because they can't hide their intent with that. They just simply can't. Even if they base align, you're gonna see that that dude is going to align straight up over the top of Cole Kmet. You simply cannot hide. Now, if you go ahead and utilize motion, you will see here that with this particular concept, this will swap the outside corner onto him, in which case that can be a little bit of a problem. Now, why is this a big deal? This is a little bit deep, but a lot of players in Madden will put their guy on the outside in zone. So if you see that guy automatically run to the outside, that means that they have taken the guy off of the man coverage. You see right here, if I take X and I put him in zone, watch how he runs all the way out wide. The other thing is they can't put him in deep zones. So this is a big thing that a lot of players will struggle with, is they're not gonna know that the guy's in a deep zone unless they check their play art and do it again. So again, let's go ahead and show you what I mean. This X corner, if he's manned up, so many of these guys like to put their outside corners in this defense into a third. And they can put the outside one over the wide receiver in a third, but because this X corner is lined up in the slot, he gets basically slot corner adjustments. So they can't put him in a deep zone. It's absolutely impossible. You'll see him move out wide. He's gonna be in a seam flat. That's gonna be screwed up for them unless they do it again. So now he's in an outside third. But from the offensive point of view, what we're gonna be able to do is motion this guy across, knowing that he is now unguarded. I could go ahead and just put him on a flat. Keep it real simple, real simple. And he's not going to be guarded at all, because we know that spinner doesn't play that way. So this is a quick dump to the flat. You're going to make a truck. Again, these guys are a lot bigger. This is about getting these unicorns, these big guys that run fast, the ball in space, because they're going to be hard to tackle by some one step ahead corner. Always keep that in the back of your mind as you're playing through this. The other thing that I really like about this, again, with spinner, is that, as we've talked about, the third receiver, in this case, the third tight end, is basically unguarded. So when we talk about third option, the right side of the field has three options. They're going to have to every single time man up this tight end. So if they don't do that, you know, if they are in stock spinner and they don't make the adjustments at all, you're going to be able to quick flat to him as well. So in a lot of cases, if you see a spinner that looks something like, you know, this, you're going to have the option to be able to kind of do some interesting things. You're going to be able to throw quick flats to the right, or kind of motion and quick flat to the left. So in this case, they've got to really get the ball, get somebody manned up on this tight end. You don't actually have to take the play action into account on this. You can actually just snap and throw it. So that's going to be just an open leverage read for you guys when you're in this formation. I do kind of want to show you guys some other freestyle elements to this, just because I do think it is really useful. So right here, we're in the baseline spinner. We're going to audible into the wing tight Z, and let's just go Rams counter. So the thing about this play is that we actually have the ability, as you guys know, to kind of put both these guys on corners. We've got the ability to kind of motion this guy across. He's going to be a guy that is going to now uncover the running back. So now this running back is the guy that is left uncovered. Anytime you motion, it completely screws up players who play spinner. They absolutely hate motion, because they might have had the third tight end manned up with Peppers, and then you use this motion, and now the third player is technically the running back to the wide side. So now he's wide open for a quick dump in the flat as well. So these are things that you guys are going to be able to do on top of being in a heavy run set. They're going to allow you to be able to make your opponent have to worry about defending the run, which is really tough against Jumbo. They've got Dollar, which is okay against 3 wide receiver sets and some 2 running back sets. It's a liability as a run defense against Jumbo sets. Now all of a sudden you've got these motions that are going to screw up their spinner. It's going to take them out of their man coverage and likely going to put them into a secondary defense, which for a lot of players is base coverage, because most players online basically just know 2 plays: spinner and DB fire. That's it, guys. That is how we freestyle out of Jumbo. Make this into a pain in the rear offense for the meta to defend. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys want my full X nasty offense that I run out of this formation you see right here before I audible into the schemes that we've broken down over the last 2 days, Head over to gridirongameplans.gg. $9.95 unlocks everything I put out on the site all year long. No better time than right now to check it out, kind of get an idea of, this content being released in the moment, keep you on top of the meta, but also countering it like you see here in this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys give the video a like, drop a comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.